Alright, so here we are on the Emmaus blog, and I'm gonna show you how to post to the blog. So you'll notice the URL there is emmauscommunity.org/blog. You can also just click on the blog page on Emmaus. First thing you're going to do is you're going to log into the site. So you'll click login. If you're already set up as an administrator, you'll have a username and password. And so I'll just log in with mine here. And once I'm logged in, I'll see all the admin tools. If you don't see these things, just let me know and I can get you set up with them. Let's see, it's taking its time here. There we go. Okay. Once you're logged in, you'll see these admin tools, and part of what you'll see here is the at the top of the blog module that's down here, you'll see these options: current articles, archive, search, my articles, create article, etc. What you're going to do, when you're adding a new post, it's called an article, and so you're going to actually create an article. And I'm going to show you an example here of what you'll do. And so Nate sent over a post called Sabbath Well. And so most of this will be fairly intuitive. You're going to put in a title, and so the title will, in this case, is Sabbath Well. Then in the body here, we want to keep it standard, we'll always try to have an image or a video. So Nate sent a great image. I'll show you how to upload that at the top of the post here. So you're going to click this little Insert Edit Image button. That's going to pull up a box called Image Properties, and then you're going to click Browse Server in that box. This will take you to images that have already been uploaded to your site. And you'll notice a bunch of folders here, as well as some files down towards the bottom. I've created a folder called Blog Images, and so you're going to click on that. You'll see the ones that from previous blogs already in there. And in this case, there's only two. That's because we've only posted one blog. So there's a thumbnail for it, and then there's a regular image for it. We're going to upload a new one here. So click on Browse. This will browse your local system. And so wherever you have that image saved, here it is. Sabbath Well is the name of the image. And we'll click Open. And then we'll click Upload New File. And now that's available to us there. And so we're going to select that file. It drops it into this box here, and you can see the size of it. We see that it's 400 pixels wide, which is fine for the blog. It's, you know, the 400 pixels across, which is about halfway across your site. Now there's two things, before we click OK down there, there's two things we'll want to do in here. The first is, you'll see the URL for this image is just starts with a /portal/0/ and, you know, get the rest of that. That's what's called a relative URL. So that's good only if you're already on the site. Now, since this blog, eventually we're going to make it accessible via RSS feed, we'll want to make sure we have what are called absolute URLs for our images. So the way we do that is we put in the rest of our domain name. So I'm just going to copy it from up here. I'm going to put in http:// oops, don't need that in there twice. So I'm just going to add to the beginning of that http:// and then emmauscommunity.org, and then leave the rest of it there. The other thing I want to do is I want to put in some alt text. So alt text is good for two reasons. One is for screen readers that are reading the website for folks who are visually impaired. The other is for search engines. So you want to give kind of a descriptive image, description of this image, and you know, use words that are helpful for screen readers and helpful for search engines. So we're going to say Sabbath Well at Emmaus Church in Lincoln, California. You can leave all the rest of this as is and then just click OK. And so that drops that image right in there. You see the cursor's right down there at the bottom of that. We're going to hit enter so that it goes to the next line. Now we're just going to grab the text of the post. And you'll notice as I'm copying this, it's actually copying that image as well, and I'll show you what to do about that. So I'm going to just hit Apple C to copy it, or Control C if you're on a PC. And then we'll go back And whenever you paste text into the rich text editor, you don't want to simply, Control V or Apple V. You want to use what's called the paste as plain text option. So it's a little clipboard up here at the top. You click on it. It'll pull up this paste as plain text. When you do this, what it's going to do is it's going to strip out all of the formatting, all of the extra junk that might be already associated with this text. So you can just make it nice and clean, have it look exactly like you want there. Click OK. That's going to drop that in just like that. And so that's the first two steps. We've got the title, the body, which is going to be an image, and the text. And then we're going to scroll down. No need to do a link, no need to do a file. We're going to do another image here, and this is going to be where we put our thumbnail that'll be on the front of the post, and I'll show you what that is in just a sec. But there's two ways to do it. If you already have uploaded it, you can select it from here, or you can upload a new one, just like we did last time, by selecting the image. And I've already saved this image as a thumbnail. And what that is, you'll notice the size of this Sabbath well, or it doesn't show it there, but it's 400 pixels across. This thumbnail is 200 pixels across. So you want to make sure that the thumbnail's 150 pixels or less tall, and I'll explain why in just a minute. So we'll go ahead and choose that thumbnail. We'll click open. It's uploading it as we speak there. And then it'll show up right here as attached image. Then we're going to keep scrolling down here. Let's see, categories. So we can choose a category here that would be the best fit for this. We can also add new categories in another spot for it. But in this case, I'm going to say Sabbath. That feels like transformation. We can add tags, and you're just going to separate them by commas. And you'll notice the example it gives you here. There's no spaces in between there. So you just want to use, we'll do Sabbath, we'll do, maybe, let's think of one other tag here. We'll do transformation as a tag. And notice no space in there. The author, right now it's listed as N0S, but this is actually a post from Nathan Oates. So I'm going to click Change Author. You probably won't have to change the author when you're doing it for yourself, because it'll just be listed as you if you're logged in. But you can click Change Author, and then you can select the author here. I see this N. Oates. The publish date and time. If you just leave it as is, it'll publish it right now. In this case, Nate wrote this for Sunday. So I'm going to actually click on calendar, and I'm going to say I want this to post on Sunday. And I'd like it to post just before church. How about we do it at 9:30 in the morning? And you don't need it to ever expire. Status, you can put it to published, and then we can click update or publish. Either one of those will do it. Now again, this will say published, but it's only gonna it won't actually publish until the 20th. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then I can show you here. Sabbath well posted on November 20th. I think if we log out, we won't be able to see that yet. Yeah, so that's not showing up in there yet, and it won't show up until the 20th to users who aren't logged in. Let me show you the difference between the thumbnail, though. You notice there's a small image here. That's where the thumbnail is going to show up, and then there'll be a larger image. In this case, it's the same image, just a larger size of it. That'll show up with the actual post. And then once it posts on Sunday, there'll be a 1 next to this transformation category. Nate will show up in this list of authors. And so that's really the real simple way of posting a blog post. If you have questions, don't hesitate to let me know.